For decades, Guam's radiation survivors have pushed to be included in the so-called Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, or RECA. It provides benefits to people who became sick from nuclear test sites. And last year, Congress almost approved adding Guam in RECA's coverage, but that effort fell short. Our Guam News Now Washington, D.C. Bureau reporter Rachel Knapp has the latest efforts for that inclusion.
This is the book.
Robert Celestial, the founder and president of the Pacific Association for Radiation Survivors, better known as PARS, reads a section from the 2005 book from the National Academy of Sciences, which focused on radiation exposure.
As a conclusion, as a result of its analysis, the committee concludes that Guam did receive measurable fallout from atmospheric testings of nuclear weapons in the Pacific. Residents of Guam during that period should be eligible for compensation under RECA in a way similar to that of persons considered to be downwinders.
RECA, which is short for the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, provides benefits for people impacted by nuclear testing. Nearly 70 years ago, the U.S. began testing nuclear weapons in the Marshall Islands. According to a book from the National Academy of Sciences, Guam received radioactive debris from fallout during the nuclear weapons testing. PARS, which has a little more than 100 members, has been pressing Congress for decades to include Guam in RECA benefits.
Members are majority cancer survivors. The health benefits is what's going to help the people of Guam.
Last year, there was a major push to include Guam in RECA's coverage, but that effort fell short. Negotiators for the National Defense Authorization Act, known as the military bill, took out RECA's extension, essentially ending RECA's claims in the summer of 2024.
It's important to the island. There's a lot of work that's been done on this.
Guam's delegate Jim Moylan says he's working with members in both chambers and across the aisle to extend and include Guam for RECA's coverage.
There are, of course, several ailments that have come because of exposure to radiation, and this is why we need to assist these folks, and RECA will provide them the funding to hopefully improve their quality of life and help battle their diseases that has complicated their lives.
It would bring a lot of comfort to those who are still alive. People have sold their houses, lost a lot of jobs, and the same thing with those in the United States that are suffering with cancer and other diseases that were caused by the nuclear testings. So it's going to help the people of Guam tremendously. We are hopeful. We don't know what, we take one day at a time. We don't know what the future is. All we could do is continue to advocate.
In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp, Guam News Now.